Check. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night, wherever you are. Guys, share this around instantly. We have a special announcement from the CEO. It's going to be an exciting one here for you guys. Casual stream. We're going to be answering your questions. Anything to do with overtrading or excessive trading or losing streak. We're going to be talking about today. $2,000 account giveaway at the end of the stream. Get your questions ready. Emma chooses the best question for that. Starting in 3 minutes. Minutes and counting, guys. Turn this around. We've got 4 out of the 5 Mavens here today. A little bit of a London announcement that the CEO is going to be talking about when we start. So get your ears ready, popcorn ready. Tune in. Overtrading is the topic today. All right, guys. Let's get this microphone a little bit closer. As you can see, a beautiful comment there from TJ. The intro always hypes him up. That is true. It hypes me up too. It gets my day going. It gets everyone's day going. Let's get that off.
Crazy hyped.
Crazy hyped. As you can see, we're a little bit more casual today, guys. I'm wearing a sweater, not my usual suit. John and Emma are in London right now. and they've just taken a little bit of a break from some conferences they've been working at. Ryan, as usual, is just as professional as always with his mean mug face. Right, guys, today we're going to be talking about overtrading. Make sure you have your overtrading related questions ready. Post them in the YouTube comment section there below. Emma's reading those along. There's a $50,000 winner of a Maven Trading Challenge account at the end of the stream. We're going to quickly jump off with some of these markets because I know you guys are hyped about the market. And then John's going to make a quick announcement here. Guys, I've been overtrading, and I have a little bit of confession to make, and I've been losing a little bit of money. Doing too much. So let's break down the market as a whole, and we can get a better, clearer picture. Guys, overtrading might happen often on the 15-minute time frame when we're trading low time frames. What we should do is jump it back up, look at those higher time frames. I was looking at something that might look something along these lines, right? There's no reason to believe it's going to sell off yet, other than the fact that we have that $100,000 number coming up pretty dang soon. I suspect they're going to front run it, and then there's going to be some sort of pullback into this area. Not sure where, not sure what a pullback means. It could be like this. It could consolidate and then go. It could do nothing at all. It's just the most likely probability is there's a pullback right around 100 or before 100 because people are taking their profits after this really significant move here. How do I draw it there? Really significant move where everyone was getting in right around 60K, and that is a 50% growth already. So you can see people already taking their profits at 92K, and that's what we did already. Started taking some profits off the table. Guys, in terms of what the candles look like, let's clean that up. Beautiful candle. It doesn't get more beautiful than that. Guys, we're hoping for a monthly candle, something along those lines, because last month was quite iffy. Weekly candle closed super, super bullishly as well, and there's no signs of slowing down quite yet. NASDAQ, on the other hand, closed back within the previous all-time high. I'm suspecting some further downside, back down a little bit further. Crypto seems to be the name of the game right now. Gold, definitely not what we're looking for gold. It is getting that pullback here, but until we see a weekly close of something considerably strong, I wouldn't be a gold holder in the mid-range. In the monthly range, it is not too much of a concern. Long-term plays on gold, always a good idea. Guys, S&P, normal tech stocks, looking perfectly fine. It seems like they are getting a bit of a pullback, similar to the NASDAQ, but not nearly as bad. I'm wondering why the NASDAQ is a little bit worse. All right, guys, crypto coins. We might be jumping a little bit of crypto coins here. If you guys have suggestions for crypto coins, post them in the comment section below. We will not look at them today, but we need to know which coins you guys want us to be looking at. There's this really funny one, right? Peanut, the little squirrel guy there. There's a lot of meme coins in the space here, just absolutely popping off. So we need some detectives to start doing some research and then telling us which meme coins to get invested in, because the reality is that is the new wave for this cycle. I think Gen Z has gotten into Bitcoin, and they like their memes. They like their silly content. And guys, that's all we got for the markets. John, why don't you take the reins here and tell us what was going down in London?
Yeah, cool. So first of all, I want to apologize. I decided to jump into the space last minute. So I'm literally holding a camera, sitting on a bed in a London hotel room. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So Emma, Seb, and I, we've been at a conference today, the FX conference. Met a lot of fantastic people. Some of the people that we met, for example, is Simon and Michael, the CEO and CMO of Funded Trading Plus, two super awesome gentlemen. We spent a good portion of the night last night with the boys from Match Trader. We saw them today at the conference today too. You guys know that they have a fantastic trading platform, and we're super happy to be partnered with them. They're very receptive. They got new features that are coming out in the future. Super excited about them, and yeah, they're going to make everyone's life much better. We met up with a bunch of companies basically around payment solutions, talking about what's next in the Forex and prop firm space. So super excited about that. We had some talk from eToro. They're a big player in the space. Talks about crypto adoption and excitement in the Trump era, which we're seeing play out right now in the charts. And we saw some familiar faces from MetaQuotes, and I believe that FTMO is going to be there tomorrow too. So super pumped about that. One little thing, I'm going to do a little side contest myself that no one else is aware of. I'm going to be traveling to 2 other countries while I'm in Europe. If you can guess which countries those are. Oh, of course, my camera's always screwing up there. Yeah, okay, so that's done. Yeah, if you can guess which countries those are, and that's set next to me.
Yeah, guys, this is a casual stream. It's a casual stream this week.
As casual as it gets, yeah. If you can guess which 2 countries I'm going to be visiting next, if you get those 2 countries right, you might have a chance to win a 100K account. So I want to see those comments. I want to see it on Twitter. Post it everywhere. Yeah, just make a lot of noise, and we will be watching. So yeah, thank you.
You know what Emma did actually is the where in the world, you know, what is the Carmen Diego? Emma?
Carmen Sandiego.
San Diego. Yeah. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She just spin off with it. Where in the world are the Mavens? That might be a fun running game that we can play every once in a while. If you guys want to figure out and guess on Twitter, maybe we'll get Emma to post that every once in a while, or get her to repost it on John's account there, and we can guess where John is currently traveling. Right? We can integrate that somehow into the fun of the Maven verse. Okay. Anything else, John, that you wanted to mention?
No, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give everyone an update. If I've been a little bit quieter on Discord or socials, that's why we're cooking up all types of good stuff here at Maven, and keeping up with the trends, and even setting some of our own. So yeah, business as usual, really.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's been wonderful new developments here at Maven. A lot of traveling lately. We were just in Halifax. Now the whole team basically is in London. Ryan and I got left behind this time. I was in London last year. I think I had to step out for this time and go back home for a while. Guys, let's discuss a little bit of the topic of the day. But before that, just a quick reminder, your questions will be what is submitted to pick the winner of the $50,000 giveaway. Emma, tell them how they're going to win the $50,000 giveaway.
Yeah. So in order to win the giveaway, I want to be seeing questions from you in the chat. If you ask a good question, even if we don't get to it, you'll be considered for the giveaway. I will select you, and I will let you know at the end of the chat how you'll win.
All right, perfect. Okay, thank you, Emma. Okay, so I've been doing...
That's all you needed from me, right?
Yes, of course. I just like to bring people in, okay? I've done a little bit of overtrading this morning. I felt it. I had a loss yesterday, and today I went into the markets and I tried to jump start it and catch those trades again, and I had another loss. And I started realizing that that emotion that you have in your heart when you're trying to play catch up, right? And this goes hand in hand with last week's topic was losing streaks. Now, losing streaks go hand in hand with overtrading. They basically are the same thing. But the overtrading is, again, an emotion that you've got on your heart where you shouldn't be into that trade, and you're doing it for the sake of trying to catch a losing streak, right? And guys, here's some detection mechanisms that you can define your overtrading. You have that feeling in your heart, the panic feeling. You're watching the charts too much. You can't look away. Right, you keep getting losers, so the losing streak. Here's the thing. First of all, if you're overtrading but you're winning, who cares? All right, but if you're overtrading and you're losing, then that's the issue. So we only care about the losses, right? If you're winning, who cares? Don't do anything different. Trade as much as you want. If you keep winning, that's fantastic. Making mistakes when you're looking back and you say, "Oh shoot, I should not have done that. That is not my trading plan." So not following the trading plan, extra losses piling up that you shouldn't be having. These are all indicators that in case you might be overtrading, and you might need to have some sort of way to reset your mind afterwards. Now, Ryan, tell me, do you ever overtrade? I know you do some range-based trading. I see you scalping Bitcoin. How do you find that?
I just scalped some right during the first 30 seconds of this call, actually. And I do want to point out that you conveniently left me out of the Bitcoin discussion at the beginning too.
Now I'm bringing you in.
Yeah, I mean, crypto is super easy to over because there's so much excitement, behind it right now, and people just want to jump onto it.
Yeah. So I know you really scalp and, in essence, overtrade, but you're able to do it in a certain way that allows you to still profit from it and still be that very fast action, higher frequency trading environment. How do you manage that effectively so that you don't end up going on these losing streaks?
Like I was saying before, like I watch a range for, usually my target is like an hour if I'm going to scalp. Like when I was in Halifax, I think a car ride, I watched the range of Bitcoin and then I scalped it at lunch a little bit. The key word is discipline. You have got to be disciplined. If you're not, then you don't belong doing that or into trades. The other thing that I go by is conviction. I don't ever place a trade unless I'm comfortable making that trade. I never place a trade where I'm kind of iffy, like, should I be doing this? Should I not be? And if you are, you got to get up and walk the F away from the desk immediately, because you will overtrade and you will. I mean, you said that it was good to, if you're on winning streaks, but if you overtrade, it's almost guaranteed probability that you're going to mess up at some time.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have 100% conviction behind the trades that you're making. You need to walk away from the computer until you do and clear your mind, do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, that's exactly what I was experiencing in the past day and a half, roughly, is I noticed that I was taking a trade this morning that was not perfect. I didn't know for sure what way it was going to go, and I basically just kind of guessed, and I realized that I was doing it wrong. And then taking Ryan's advice here, I was able to step away the second I realized that, hey, wait, why am I in this trade? And the second you start feeling that, oh shit moment, that's when you should actually be taking action, because guys, these emotions you're feeling, you can be used as data, right? Say that again. If you have an emotional reaction to something, it means you can use that as data. It means you're doing something wrong, right? If you're getting excited, that could also be kind of doing something wrong as well. So these emotions that you feel while trading, they may not, like, we always talk about them as being bad things, but reality is you can actually use that as a trigger. If I'm feeling panicked, that means I'm over leveraging, I'm over trading, or I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
I think that's a good point. And I'm going to steal something that Andrew Tate says. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be converted. So you can convert it to positive or you can convert it to negative. And that's what you have to do with your mindset. Trading is tough enough as it is. If your mindset is not stable, is not in a good place during that session, you need to walk away because you're going to mess up.
Was that Andrew Tate or was that the law of thermodynamics?
Well, I think he stole it from that, something. But I just ended up watching something where he said that, and I wrote it down in my journal because it makes sense, and you can apply it to any aspect of life, especially trading.
Law of there we go. Yeah, people. It's not Andrew. That's like Michael Scott quoted Wayne Gretzky, if you remember that episode from The Office.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Overtrading is going to wreck you. That's the point. And we need to be able to recognize and reset these emotional triggers. And generally, you want to be able to recognize the emotions before you recognize the losses. The losses are going to be very obvious when you're overtrading. You're going to go look back and say, hey, holy crap, I traded a lot and I had a lot of losses and I overtraded. But the whole point is to catch it in the act of doing it. And the only way to do that is to be able to recognize those emotions, because you're not going to be able to know you overtraded until it's done, right? So that makes sense. So we're going to have to practice mindfulness. We're going to have to bring Louise back on the spaces. We're going to have to bring her on in December. She's coming back December 10th. That's a little teaser. We're going to do some more mindfulness stuff, so you guys can tune in for that. And there's some good resetting tools that I use in my little toolbox of trader skills here. I wait for a significant candle close to reset, right? That could mean daily. That could mean a weekly. It could mean a 4-hour, right? I like to day trade, and I don't like waiting a whole day usually. So if I'm trading in the morning and I start making mistakes, what I'll do, I'll go walk away, take a nap, go have lunch. I'll come back on the next 4-hour close. The 4-hour close often resets the whole picture for me, and I can get a completely clear analysis of what's happening. And if I see something that makes a very clear sense, then I might be able to take trades again. If not, I wait to the next day. The daily reset is a very, very critical one because now you fully slept, your mind is healed, and you're ready to go completely from fresh. Now, when you want to do a weekly reset, would only be if you're a swing trader that's taking multiple day trades, or if you're having multiple days of losing in a row, right? Because then you're realizing, okay, I'm trying to catch up on that whole week now, not just the day. So now I need to reset till next week. So if it's Wednesday and you just have 3 losing days in a row, do not trade Thursday, Friday. For sure, you're going to overtrade. For sure. Ryan, Emma, do you have any ways that you reset your mind? Emma, I'm going to ask you actually here. Non-trading related. You got some stress going on. I can tell. How do you reset and recover for the next day?
I ignore everyone and I do some reading. That's honestly it. It allows me to phase everything else out of my mind that maybe concerns me. It's kind of going into another world. So that's a break for my brain.
Perfect. A change in whatever you're doing so that your brain can rest and focus on something else.
It's kind of a change in environment in a weird way.
Gotcha. Good. Yeah. Ryan, what's your take? You like reading?
I do. I read a lot. I actually listen to audio though a lot because I'm, I do it while I work. I always try to have something on in the background that's positive. I'll do it even at the gym. I don't listen to music at the gym. I listen to, some type of motivational content or whatever. I think reading is a great way to escape and reset your mind, depending on, what you're reading. But yeah, I think that's a great way to do it. I'm a big believer in it.
Yeah, good. And the comment just popped up there. I love just dancing out to some music. For some reason, music frees the energy, and I no longer have any emotional attachment to anything with the music because it changes the way you feel instantly. That's my personal one. I would never be able to read. Emma's on a different level of intelligence to me. There's no chance that I could sit down, read, and then calm down. Reading is stressful in itself, I think. Maybe it's because I can't read very well. Anyways,
maybe you're just not reading the right things.
Yeah, it's not very fun for me. Is the point? It's more educational. And if I'm having a losing streak, there's no way in hell I'm sitting down trying to learn something and thinking that that's going to help me. Right? I'm going to be upset. I'm going to go have to punch the punching bag, or go to the gym, or listen to some music, or take a nap. Right? Something that. No more brain activity, right?
Well, that's a good point though. For you, that's music is a big thing, right? Like you use music in a lot of different therapeutic ways that I know a lot of people are big believers in that as well.
Yeah, there's an interesting thing I'm trying out now is like binaural beats, which is not music really, but it's a frequency noise that kind of has like a beat to it. And it's supposed to induce focus or meditative states and things like this. Guys, if you're curious about that, I'm sure you could figure out what the hell I'm talking about if you do some research. I don't know much about it yet, but it's a little bit interesting thing that you can subscribe to and see if it helps your brain function better. Anyways, guys, a couple more things you can do to walk away. Exercise, read, breath work. Louise would really advocate for breath work and meditation. Go for a walk, eat lunch, take a nap, all these things. Some sort of thing where your brain, as Emma said, completely shifted on what it's thinking. Now, here is kind of the last thing I wanted to touch on before we start taking some questions. A strong signal to you. You can test to see if you're overtrading here. Guys, this is your takeaway, okay? If you take anything from this space, what you're going to do is the next time you're trading, I want you to get up and walk away from the computer at a random time. Doesn't matter when. If you're feeling uncomfortable, walk away. And then if you can't do it and you keep looking at your phone to watch that trade, get out of the trade. Stop for the day. You're done. You're not allowed to trade if you can't walk away from it. That is the number one trigger that I've found that tells me if I'm overtrading. If I can't walk away for an hour and come back and not be panicked the whole time, it means I'm overtrading. If you can't have a meeting or a podcast right now, right, or talk to somebody without thinking about your trade and say, oh shit, I wonder, it's only 5 minutes. Okay. Wait 1 second. Oh yeah. Okay. We're good. Yeah. If you can't do that, guys, you're overtrading. All right. Questions? Should we do some questions?
Yeah, sure. I had a lot of questions about FOMO and how FOMO relates to overtrading. Someone kind of described it and asked if FOMO's like overtrading and FOMO are kind of like each other's evil twins.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of does relate quite well to overtrading and FOMO.
Yeah, my interpretation of that is overtrading can be two ends of the spectrum. FOMO is chasing the greed, and overtrading is trying to cover the pain or chasing the greed. It's both. Overtrading, you would either have taken losses and you're trying to cover that up, or you're chasing the FOMO, right? And the FOMO is only one side of it. The FOMO is basically if something is really shooting and you're trying to catch that money that's being left, you're missing out, right? Something like Bitcoin. You can definitely overtrade Bitcoin by jumping in too early. Now, it's a tricky one because that's an investment, right? So it depends on how you're approaching it. With Bitcoin, if you wanted to buy in and you're willing to wait the next 5 years, that's not overtrading. That's you investing in something, possibly at a bad time. You could be buying the exact top, and that's fine, but you're still investing in an asset because you believe in it, right? Overtrading would be saying, hey, I think this is going to go to 100K, and I'm going to sell it at 100K, and I'm going to buy it at 93K. And that makes no sense, right? Because the amount of money that you're actually going to be making, and because you're just buying because it pumped, that is overtrading. That is FOMO, because you've just bought into something that has already moved in the direction that you wanted it to move. So how much more is it going to move, right? The trading side would be waiting for the position to come to you and then entering. Want to give that a read, Emma?
Sure. This was a joke. I was just trolling you.
Oh, I didn't even bother reading it.
It's why did the overtrader get kicked out of the park? He kept trying to buy and sell all the swings. Such a bad dad joke.
Oh man, if he doesn't win the giveaway, I'm going to be upset.
So yeah.
Ryan,
so
did you
there
feel
has been
any
a
FOMO?
lot of questions.
Sorry, there must be a
I'll
delay
let
there.
you do
Hey?
your thing.
Yeah, thank you. Ryan, did you?
Yeah,
feel any
I think
FOMO?
it's my connection.
Ryan, would you feel any FOMO when you were jumping into Bitcoin there? Because I'm feeling a little bit, guy, and I imagine everyone here is feeling a little bit of FOMO. Personally, I had sold a little bit now, but I'm wanting to get back in already. I'm feeling FOMO too. Ryan, what's your take on it?
I think that Bitcoin's probably the best example there is right now of FOMO. You hit it on the head though. If you view it as a long-term instrument, which I do, I don't think it's a tradable, or I shouldn't say that. I don't think that I would be recommending trading it on the short term. I would view it as a long-term asset. And so in my view, if you're viewing it, let's say 10 years plus, even at 100,000, 150,000, probably in the 200s, you're probably still early to the game. What I would recommend, and see what happens now, and I'm even noticing it. It's funny because I used to always think people were just posting different things just to kind of get attention. I've had people that haven't talked to me in years messaging me about Bitcoin. Can you explain Bitcoin to me? So that's how you know the cycle is really getting to an interesting point. To avoid the FOMO of it, though, you have to understand it. So I wouldn't be investing in it if I didn't understand all the macroeconomic plays and all of the different potential and catalysts that Bitcoin has right now. I understand all of them, and I'm a big believer in it. So I'm fine. But there's definitely people that are jumping on right now that's a FOMO trade, and they don't understand it. So what's going to happen? And those people are going to sell it too early, or they're going to be the classic example. It's going to go down a little bit and they're going to freak out and then they're going to sell it and they're going to lose money. So for me to avoid the FOMO, crypto is a great example. Make sure you guys understand what you are investing in, what, you know, and the macroeconomic things that could potentially bring it up or bring it down. That's my advice.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm going to say something funny. If you're trading for the sake of getting money, and this is why it's going to sound ridiculous, then you're going to be FOMOing and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be overtrading. If you treat it like you're investing in something you believe in, or if you're day trading, for example, and you're trading because this is your strategy and it's a game that you're trying to be the best at. But you understand the difference here. You're either trying to play a game and you're trying to be the best at picking the stocks or the best at timing the trades, right? Or you're just trying to chase the money. And I've noticed every single time that I've looked at that money, that dollar amount, that I say, hey, shit, I just lost $200 right now. I want to catch it back, right? I always end up overtrading rather than actually executing properly. When you try to execute properly and you don't care about the money, funny enough, that's when the money comes. That's why it's so funny, because trading is obviously about the money, right? But you got to treat it like it isn't. Emma, what's the next question?
Okay, sorry about the delay. By the way, I think it's my internet connection. So we're getting asked a lot of questions about when it's time to actually step back from trading as a whole, when you've just been overtrading, to the point where really it's something you've gotten addicted to. Because like anything, as a whole, when should you go, I'm overtrading too much, the rules aren't working for me? When do you make the decision that, you know, I shouldn't trade anymore, or I should take a break, like a significantly long break away from trading to kind of reset my mind?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. Guys,
it is.
First of all, everything in moderation. No, we understand the industry that we're in. Some people, they make the wrong decisions. If you're ever in a point of financial loss where it's significant, that you're struggling to live your everyday life and is affecting your everyday life, that's the way that you should be applying it. Is if you aren't able to create proper relationships, if you're not able to go out and have dinner with your friends, if you're sacrificing other projects that could be helping you be more successful in life, right? So affecting your life, you should not be trading, right? Guys, as much as I would love everyone to be a trader and everyone support the Maven community, obviously we want everyone to be healthy. And if you're really getting damaged like that, you should step away. And I would say for a year, okay? And if you still want to make money in trading, investing is pretty fun. My best buddy, Brendo, I think he's been around here a couple times. He loves investing in stocks, and he's always messaging me all sorts of money he's been making. And he actually makes more money than most people do trading. And all he does is pick the right stock, right? So if you guys want to have fun making money investing, that's pretty much just as fun. You just got to be a little bit more patient. It works way better if you're over trading, right? Trading is for the people who really want to accelerate and do something nuts. But, you know, we have to accept at certain times, not everyone is able to do everything, right? Same thing, you know, some people might be alcoholics or something like that, and they should not have a beer ever. Same thing with some traders. You should not trade ever if you're not able to manage it, right? That's the serious side of today.
Yes. Yeah. There were other questions about if there are specific rules that people should follow, like if there's any particular, like I should only trade this many times a day, I should only execute this many trades, I should only spend this many hours on it. If there's any specific rules that you think are kind of useful for people to follow if they're feeling like they're over trading.
Yeah. Ryan, I think you'd be good for this question.
This is my advice with it. And it might not be what everybody would want to hear, but I think I think ultimately to be successful, you have to find you have to find the right formula for this. And at the end of the day, if trading is not adding value to your life, it's all about, like I said, there's positive and there's negative. If it's not adding some type of value in a positive way to your life, then I agree. You should walk away from it. You should study. You should back test. You should take demo free trials. You should learn the craft first. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be, mastering of a skilled trade. If it's not exciting to you, if it's not adding value, if it's not something you're passionate about, I think you need to walk away from it for a while as well.
Yeah. Guys, I say this a lot, actually, and I get a lot of flack for it. Treat trading like a hobby. That's the catchphrase. And it's only for the sake that it's not, until you've been doing this for like a decade and you are making money, it's more of a fun thing, as Ryan said. It's a little bit of a game you're trying to figure out. You can be serious with your hobbies. You can be very, very serious, right? And hobbies can develop into professions, right? Just like, you might start off as a snowboarder, right? As a hobby, you might find out you love it and you go on all your spare time and have fun with it. And then you become a professional snowboarder, for example. It's very, very difficult to become a professional trader. But it is the dream that we all dream of getting to one day. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up there. Emma, close us out.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you want me to? Okay.
Hunter kind of already picked a winner. Was really into that joke that came out. So Johnson FX, you are the winner. I will be posting in the chat. So just pop into our Discord, and that is how you can claim your prize. I'll pop the Discord link in the chat.
Okay, perfect, guys. And let me pull up this here. Okay. Maventrading.com if you want to get yourself your own $50,000 trading challenge account that you can trade on live simulated markets. And every single Tuesday, guys, 5:30 UTC. The team is currently in London, Canada, and the USA. We're traveling all around the world. If you can guess where John is traveling next, follow his Twitter. He's going to be posting on there. He's traveling to 2 new countries. You can follow his Twitter at Maven_CEO and figure out where he's going for a $100,000 giveaway account. We're going to wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for watching. Next week, we got something new in store. I think we're going to be talking about the December holidays. We're going to be talking about trading in December. A little bit trickier time to trade. So tune in for that, and happy trading.